Good morning, cadets. We are discussing the sample question paper and the important writing skills. Remember this year, all these questions which are there in the sample question paper, they are going to appear even in the final examination. So we already seen letter to the editor. Now we are going to discuss application for a job. This internal choice. Either you have to attempt letter to the editor or application for a job. Application for a job is important from examination point of view as well as for seeking employment once you complete your studies. So it has got practical relevance. So therefore, you better study this in detail. And your application, your covering letter, it has to be accompanied with a biodata. Many of you are not written biodata when you attempted pre-board examination. So what is application for a job? So here it is a letter written for getting a job. So it is the primary means. When you apply, that is the first means or primary means for the job seeker to introduce himself to the employer. So before the interview, you give your impression through the application. So here the job seeker is trying to project himself through the application before he goes for the interview. So what does it contain? It contains your personal data, your name, address, qualification, experience, and what you feel about yourselves, how you can project about yourselves. That is what will be there in the application. So let us study application for a job. So this question has appeared in pre-board examination and there was an internal choice. Either you have to write a letter to the editor or you have to draft an application for a job. Now most of you are written covering letter. You have written an application, but you have not written resume. What does resume mean? Biodata. So whenever you are writing a covering letter or whenever you are writing application for a job, it has to be accompanied with biodata. Keep it in mind. It has to have a resume or curriculum vitae. It is called resume. It's called CV or curriculum vitae or biodata. So he came across an advertisement in the Times of India regarding the post of a graphic designer in Mumbai. Draft an application in about 120 to 150 words for the post of the same in response to the advertisement, giving your resume. Your Darshan or Darshana of 34 Thakur Complex, A Wing, Kandivali, Mumbai. So in the class 12 CBSE English examination, there will be a choice that will be given. Either you have to attempt application or letter to the editor. And you have to answer this question in 120 to 150 words. Okay. So now business or official letters are not there for making inquiries, registering complaints, asking for giving information, placing orders. All those are not there now. So business letters are not there. Official letters are not there. But what is there now? Letters to the editor and application for a job. It is. So here some inputs will be given, clues will be given. XYZ media graphic designer required, needed. So you have gone through this classified advertisement. Needed young, and so your vacancy is there. It's a classified advertisement. And how to draft a classified advertisement? It has to be drafted like this. Needed young and dynamic graphic designer to create engaging and on-brand graphics for a variety of media at XYZ Media. Remember, it's all in phrases. So classified advertisement has to be drafted like this. Candidates should possess a creative flair and the ability to convert requirements into design along with an outgoing personality and good communication skills. Apply within 5 days of the advertisement to the HR manager. So here what you have to do? Here you have to draft an application for a job, giving your resume. Resume means what? Biodata. Your biodata has to be there. Even if they don't ask, you have to write biodata. When you are writing an application, it has to be with biodata. Otherwise, you lose marks. This is for 5 marks, and definitely if you don't write resume, you will lose either 1 or 2 marks. Application for a job consists of 2 parts. One is covering letter, where you are appealing, where you are projecting yourselves, telling about that you will be a very committed worker, where you are making an appeal. And next one is you are providing your information, biodata or curriculum vitae. So curriculum vitae or CV. And remember, in job application, biodata must be there, or resume. Sometimes they'll write resume. You have to remember that resume means biodata or curriculum vitae, CV. Now at first we'll study about this covering letter. That's the application. The format for the covering letter is similar to the format of a formal letter. So what is it? The format is similar to the formal letter. So it's a formal letter. It goes on like here how it is, sender's address will be there. So no need of writing the name, only address. Sender's address is usually put on the top left hand corner. So now we are following that style. So this is a modern style of writing the formal letters. So it will be on the top left hand corner without the name, and you shouldn't write from. Don't write from. Many of you had written in the pre-board examination from. Date. The sender's address is followed by the date just below it. You have learned now how to write the date. The name of the month has to be in verse, not in number. This is the date on which the letter is being written. It is to be written in expanded form. Okay. So 2 June 2020, likewise. So June you have to write in words. Then receiver's address. Whether to write 2 above the address depends on the writer's preference. So don't write 2. Make sure you write the official title, name or position, etc. of the receiver. The managing director, the general manager, the principal as the first line of the address. So receiver's address, who is going to receive. Then subject. Then we sum up the purpose of writing the letter in one line. This helps the receiver focus on the subject of the letter in one glance. So write that subject in few words, 2 to 3 words, in brief. Don't write in 2 lines, only 1 line. It is important to underline the subject. Next salutation, sir, respected sir, madam, dear sir. This is where you greet the person you are addressing the letter. Bear in mind that it is a formal letter, so the greeting must be respectful and not too personal. The general greeting used in formal letters are sir or madam. You can just write sir or madam. Now, body of the letter. This is the main content of the letter. The body of the letter, main content. So you can write subject and then after that write salutation, or you can write salutation and after that you can write subject. Absolutely no problem. But what is very important is body of the letter, content of the letter, which carries nearly 4 marks. So for content 2 marks and for expression 2 marks. How you write, the kind of language you use, what kind of impression you can create. It is either divided into 3 paragraphs or 2 paragraphs if the letter is briefer. So you can write even 4 paragraphs. The tone of the content should be formal. Do not use any flowery language. Remember, it's a formal letter. There is no scope for your creativity there. You have to formally tell about yourselves. You have to project about yourselves. And it's an official correspondence. Another point to keep it in mind is that the letter should be concise and to the point, and always be respectful and considerate in your language. So first paragraph, begin the body of the letter by mentioning the source from where you got to know about the job. So where did you come across this advertisement? So you have to mention about that, the information about the job. So whether you have come across in the newspaper or you have come to know through your friends or net, you have to write about it along with the day, date and advertisement number. Also mention the post you wish to apply for. Now the first paragraph you are introducing yourselves. But in the second paragraph, you are supposed to offer your candidature by briefing about your qualifications, achievements, previous experiences, and your strengths. Anyway, all these details you are going to give it in biodata, but a little bit brief about your achievement, your experience, your strength. That should be given here in the covering letter, in the application. In other words, this paragraph should be an answer to the question, how are you the perfect candidate for the job? Keep in mind that it should be to the point and clear. You should not sound boastful. Third paragraph, that's the last paragraph. In this part of the body, you are supposed to make a reference to the photograph, biodata or curriculum vitae and other detailed documents that you have enclosed. So you have to mention about that. I have enclosed my biodata along with this application. I have enclosed my resume or curriculum vitae along with this application. You can also appeal for one-on-one interview, or you can also mention about the interview. End the body on a promising note. Example, looking forward to your positive response. So you can end that. Don't thank them. Thank you. No. You have to write looking forward to your positive response. Because you are a job seeker. You are trying to get a job. So that's why looking forward to your positive response. Complimentary close. At the end you can write yours sincerely or you can write yours truly. But nowadays we are not using yours faithfully. So at the end of the letter, the complimentary closing will be yours sincerely or yours truly. And then you can write your name and or you sign and then at the end you write your name. You write your name in block letters under the signature. This is how the recipient will know who is sending the letter. So you are not supposed to write the name with the address at the beginning. So mention the name given in the question paper. Do not mention your personal details. When you are writing application, remember that biodata is very important. So your application has to be accompanied with biodata. Sometimes in the question they will mention it as a resume or CV or curriculum vitae. But remember that either you can write on the top heading as curriculum vitae, there is no problem. You can write resume, no problem. But biodata is must along with application. And many of you have not written biodata, though you have attempted the question on application. You will not get full marks. Remember, this question is for 5 marks. You can score 5 out of 5 in this, but you have to follow the guidelines which have been given whenever you are attempting the question on application. biodata is must. Now in the case of biodata, what is expected? Personal details. So you have to write about yourselves. So there are 4 points which you have to keep in mind. One is your personal details. So what are those personal details? Your name, father's name, date of birth, address, age, contact number, email ID, nationality, marital status. So all these are your personal details. So all these personal details are very important. So at least keep it in mind that you have to mention about your name, then date of birth, your address, contact number. So in personal details, what all are required? Your name is required, your date of birth is required, your address is required, and your contact number is required, or contact details are required. So name, date of birth, address, and contact details. It can be your phone number and email ID. Besides that, your academic qualifications. So academic qualifications, now you have to mention from the latest ones. So if you have done MSc, you have to mention about that, and then you can go back. This is the modern format which is followed there. Earlier we used to start with your matriculation or SSC, but now you have to start with your latest qualification that you have, or the highest qualification that you possess, and then you go on mentioning about that. So your personal details are very important, your qualifications are very important, and experience or references. So we have seen in the case of biodata, your resume, what is very important? Your personal details, name, date of birth, contact details, then your academic qualifications. Besides that, so personal details, academic qualifications, then experience, and then references. Now your work experience, it should be written from the latest to the oldest along with the duration. Then you can give a little bit details about yourselves, your achievements in different fields when you are working, or your achievements during your college days. Then languages known, the skills you possess, you can mention about it. Weaknesses, your strengths, you can write, but you can avoid that weaknesses, but strengths, because remaining all are your strengths. And weaknesses are very important when you appear for the interview, because they may ask about that. Your hobbies, and at the end, references. So it is not necessarily all these whatever that is given there here is very important, but keep it in mind that there are 4 aspects that you should keep in mind when you are writing biodata. One is your personal details. What all will be there? Name, address, contact details. Second one, your academic qualifications. And academic qualifications, when you are writing, you write from the latest to the oldest. Okay. Then your work experience, your achievements, and at the end, references. So this is the way you have to write the biodata. Now let's study about the marking scheme. Now remember, this is a very important question because it carries 5 marks. It's a long composition and it's a very important in your life too. So the format carries 1 mark. So what all should be there in the format? Sender's address. And remember, even content and expression 4 marks which are there, if your format is not correct, you'll be creating bad impressions. If format is good, definitely you may score 5 out of 5. It's very scoring, so that you keep it in mind. So what is required in format? So sender's address without name. Then date, receiver's address, the managing director, the general manager, the principal, whom you are writing that. Then subject, what is the subject? Application for the post of. Write about that. Because it's application, so it's application. So application for the post of. Then salutation, sir. You can write respected sir, sir. And at the so your body paragraphs will be there, then complementary clause. So this is what is very important, which carries 1 mark. Then content. So we have already studied about content. At least 3 paragraphs should be there in the case of content. You are applying for that, where you have come across the advertisement. Then elaborate about yourselves. And at the end, there you have to mention whether you are enclosed biodata. So my biodata is enclosed along with this application. Your expression, the kind of language you use, how you express, presentation, that carries 2 marks. So no marks are to be awarded if only the format is given. So only the format if it is there and no body paragraphs, then how the marks will be awarded. So credit should be given for the candidate's creativity in presentation of ideas. But remember, formal language has to be used. Use of both the traditional and the new format is permitted. Mixing of formats is not permitted. So you have to follow either traditional format or the modern format of writing letters. Thank you. Goodbye.